Hi, my name is Jason, and this is my office. Well, it used to be our office, past tense, because today, July 30, we're gonna turn over the office back to our wonderful landlords. I've terminated my lease. It was a very difficult decision to make, but I believe it was the correct decision. There are several reasons why we're moving out. Number one, the COVID pandemic. Number two, the COVID pandemic. And number three, you guessed it, the COVID pandemic. I really tried to keep the office. Around May this year, I was really hoping that things would get better by the end of the year. But with the current state of the world right now, and definitely with the current state of the country right now, I think we're all in this for a much, much longer haul, I'm afraid to say. But before I turn over this office for good, please allow me a bit of nostalgia. I and my team have grown and flourished in this second home of ours. Nagsaya, nagtawanan, nag-away, nagkatampuhan, nagbati uli, nag-away uli, nagbati uli. Masaya, masaya dito sa office. I remember one of the main directives that I had to Madge when she was designing this office was gusto ko sobrang ganda, sobrang impactful nung office na yung kliyente mahihiyang tumawad. It's funny now, but in hindsight, mukhang wala naman talagang tumawad. The entire place, it was just astonishingly beautiful, luxurious, quirky, and creative all at the same time. The past weeks of July have been spent packing, cleaning, and moving stuff from this office to another space. It was pretty bittersweet the last time the team got together and collected most of our stuff to move out.
Anong favorite mong memory?
Ang favorite ko, ang pagalitan ni Sir.
So let me give you a final quick tour of the office before I turn it over. So this entire room, left and right, is the post-production facility. My friends overseas would call it the sweatshop, and they would joke that the people who would edit here were naked, butt naked, like people who were packing cocaine in South America. But really, no, they were very well dressed and they were very well taken care of. By the way, guys, ang mga tao dito nagti-TikTok na, hindi pa naiimbento ang TikTok. So, for as long as I've been here, that's also the time Madge Lejano has been here at this office, 141 Zodiac. This is the base of the makeup studio. So, hundreds of brides go here on a regular basis for their trial makeup. I get to meet them, I get to eat their food, I get to say hi. So, we bid goodbye to that as well. But don't worry, Madge already has a new studio. It's also in Makati. That's where the trial makeup and classes are going to be. So, you wait for her announcement. You see, most of the bookings that I have for this year already have moved to next year, 2021. So that means there is a standstill in the influx of finances, but then the monthly expenses to operate the business just keep piling on and piling on. So something's gotta give. Unfortunately, it's this office. Actually, the place where this office is in Makati is still under lockdown. So since April, May, June, of course July, nobody really was able to work inside the office. So it was a total waste carrying on with the lease under these conditions. This is one of my favorites. This is the theater. The idea was to have them watch wedding videos before they would book, right? When they set an appointment or a meeting. That was the process at the old office. But somewhere down the line, I just decided, let's not have them watch wedding videos here. Everything is online anyway. So that's just gonna be a waste of time. They're gonna be watching the same things that I put online. So from then on, I just used the meeting time to get to know the couple better, get to know their personalities, and just really connect with them on a human level. So what happened to this space? Essentially, this became a place where I would play 2K, watch videos, watch films on a huge ass screen. We had a projector here. And usually this would become the go-to place where I would have my picture taken for magazines and features. A place where people would interview me because it was very, very beautiful. And finally, we go to my most absolute favorite place in the office. My office, aka the brainstorm room, aka the meeting room, aka the vlog setup, aka the JMag speakeasy. So this is where I met hundreds upon hundreds of brides, grooms, mother of the brides, the occasional dad of the groom. And this is where I talked with them. This is where I formed a connection with them. That's one of the most absolute favorite things I love to do about weddings, meeting my couples, talking about their dreams, talking about their plans, talking about their weddings. It's one of my most favorite things about doing wedding videos. Meeting all these people who are so desperately, overwhelmingly, tremendously in love with each other. That is what I am going to miss most in this space. You know, for the past weeks, I haven't really been sad or sentimental about moving out. It's quite ironic, really, because what I do is heavily reliant on sentimentality and romanticism. But personally, I am logic and reason based. It's quite ironic, really. But as the time draws near, maybe 2 or 3 hours from now, from the time that I'm filming this, I need to return this key back to the wonderful landlords. And it's making me feel something. For the creative entrepreneurs out there who are on the same boat and are feeling the pinch, I know exactly what you're feeling. All I can say is dig deep, dig in, stay the course, cut off dead weight, streamline operations, and hope for better days. Let me cut back here to the editing room before I wrap this thing up. I felt there were some things left unsaid. Maybe I was flustered, or maybe the moment got to me. I wanted to add that artists and creatives build places of work, beautiful studios, offices, spaces, with much attention and consideration, a lot of love, a lot of passion. And we want these spaces to reflect who we are and what we do. However, there comes a time sooner or later that we need to abandon these places, whether it's by choice or, in my case, because of necessity. What I'd like you to remember, and what I'd like for myself to remember, is that although these spaces reflect us, represent us, they never define us. We come and go into rooms, offices, studios, and buildings, but we carry our passion and skill to create wherever we find ourselves. As for myself, I believe this isn't the end of anything. This isn't, by any stretch of the imagination, the end of something. We are completely 100% business as usual, 100% functional and operational. Editing is still in full swing. We still shoot whenever we can. We still take the calls. I answer all the email. 100% business as usual. This isn't the ending to something. It's just the beginning of something else. Something better, something greater, something newer.